Now that Lightfall has been out for a few days, I want to make a review of my experience so far. I made one for Beyond Light and got absolutely roasted in the comments, mostly because I really didn't take my time to review the game. Then I didn't make one for the Witch Queen, which I still regret to this day. This review will be as spoiler-free as possible. I will talk about the campaign, the world space, the activities, and the overall experience. Before I begin, please make sure to like, comment, and share to help improve this video's performance on YouTube. Donate if you can to help keep the channel afloat, and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more content like this. Where do I begin for the campaign? It wasn't bad in my opinion. There were still moments that were breathtaking, but the problem was that the Witch Queen in its entirety was breathtaking. Lightfall was not. This campaign left me scratching my head. There was so much potential to explain things that were very important for the entire storyline but were never explained. For instance, I'm pretty sure the Exo Stranger explained things better during her most famous line in Vanilla Destiny 1, which is saying something. You know what line I'm talking about. Now we have the end result of the campaign and nothing has happened. None of the characters reacted as they should have. The game also doesn't reflect what the final bits of dialogue suggest. This was supposed to be the beginning of the end of the Light and Darkness saga, but I have no idea what's happening. If you ask a lore expert, they would absolutely agree. On the other side of the coin, Neomuna might possibly be the most beautiful destination we have ever seen in Destiny. It's unfair to compare it to Europa since it compares a futuristic city with an abandoned city stuck in an ice sheet. I loved Europa and it is my favorite destination, but Neomuna is something special. The potential for discovering secrets and the ability to explore in 3 dimensions makes this a destination worth experiencing. It is as beautiful as Night City from Cyberpunk 2077, only brighter and with fewer gang members and moderate destruction caused by the Cabal and Vex. It also varies from region to region with different regional events happening to keep them all fresh from day to day and week to week. The activities so far have been mid. I say so far because in the Witch Queen we got a new activity after the raid was completed. Terminal Override, which you could compare to Escalation Protocol or Altar of Sorrow, is just way too boring and way too long. Maybe it's because most players are still underleveled, but it doesn't feel fun. The best part is that it has a large reward if you have the bonus chest consumable. Partitions pissed me off. Once again, it was because I was underleveled. The game told me to do it for a quest, and I died upwards of 15 times. The neat thing about it is it has a Sparrow Racing-like component to it. I wonder what that means for future timed events. You could also redo a portion of the campaign mission Headlong, which is a time trial used to master Strand, but its only purpose is for triumphs. No rewards, unfortunately. The Vex Incursion Zone is just a bunch of Vex. Powerful Vex that will unalive you if you stand still too long. The nice thing about this zone is that it offers an increase in the few currencies needed to progress through the expansion. As always, the single strike, emphasis on single, and lost sectors are great as usual. There are no new standard public events from what I can tell. Last but not least is the overall experience I had playing. I would describe my experience to be just like the Strand montage in one of the cutscenes. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. It was rough. I don't know if there was a change to how your level affected your ability to kill, but this expansion power level increase felt bad. Once you were thrown into the open world, the game ground to a halt. Maybe because I didn't play through the legendary campaign to start like I did last year, but everything felt like a tank. Even the lowest tier of the red barred enemies felt like they could kill me just by looking at me. Having Threshers, Cabal tanks, and Hydras in some of the events and activities made me want to unalive myself. Again, the level issue is the problem here. Or maybe the world was set a little too high. It just didn't feel right. It was frustrating having to respawn halfway across the map for you to get back to where you were, over and over again. So far the grind for the new weapons is also kind of a bummer. I even made a guide for it, and I still haven't figured out where to get Deepsight rolls for Neomuna weapons. I've found a few outside of the guaranteed drops you get from the campaign, but this grind just doesn't feel right. I wouldn't say I'm not having fun, I'm just having a frustrating time just playing. It also feels like everything new, including the seasonal content, is twice as long as it was before. Once again, that might be a level issue. Take this section with a grain of salt if you want to. I still had fun regardless of my 0 hours without a revive sign I have hanging in my ship. That is all I can say. Lightfall has been a confusing and frustrating experience so far. I hope it improves greatly, especially with the campaign ending being so fucking bad. Also, the price tag on this expansion. Have you seen how expensive it is? It's $100 with the annual pass. Alright, I'm going to go grind power levels now. Please tell me what you think of this review. Also, tell me what you think about this expansion. Leave a comment and give me your thoughts. Also, please don't forget to like and share to help improve this video's performance on YouTube. Donate if you can to help keep the channel afloat, and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more content like this.